All right, so we are, Charlie, hope you're doing well. We miss you, although your friends are laughing at you right now. We're going to go over textbook exercise number 2, Charlie. So if you haven't done that yet, don't watch this lecture. So what we just did in our catechism, guys, we just read the 4 types of errors. So for numbers 1 through 4, you should have chosen one of these 4 errors. We said when they're not mutually exclusive, when they're at the wrong level, when a term is ambiguous, or when we do a parts to whole. So, Rocco, what would you say for number 1 on page 19? What error is that making?
Mammals and air breathers can be the same animal. They're not mutually exclusive.
Bingo. So mammals and air breathers are not mutually exclusive. So you should be all writing that down on page 19 of your textbook. Mammals and air breathers are not mutually exclusive. I stand here before you both as a mammal and an air breather. Okay? Mammals and air breathers are not mutually exclusive. Any questions about number 1? George?
What is... never mind.
All right, number 2, Ben, what error would you say that one makes?
Fingers, thumbs, and palm are parts of the hand.
Bingo. Fingers, thumb, and palm are parts of hands, not species of hands. Remember, a genus and species chart is not a parts to whole chart. It is a genus and species chart. So fingers, thumb, and palm are parts of a hand, not species of hand. Okay? Yes?
If you put things like part of the whole, is that right?
So remember, we don't play the is that right game. I'll grade it and you will know if that was right. Yes?
So I had a question, like, are species and type the same thing? So say you were to say fingers, thumb, and palm are not parts of the hand, or parts of the hand and not a type of...
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Okay, any questions about number 2?
So types and species are the same.
We use them interchangeably, yes. But I would never tell you make a genus and type chart. I would always say genus and species chart. But in conversation, yes, we can use those basically interchangeably. Jesse? Okay. Number 3, Jesse, would you give us your best crack at number 3, please?
The genus glasses is
Bingo, yes. The word glasses is being taken ambiguously. So whoever's doing that genus and species chart is using glasses as in the glasses that Jesse is wearing and the glasses that you might put water or a Coke into while you're watching the game last night. The word is being used ambiguously. Thomas, how about number 4?
I wasn't really sure about this one.
Yeah, this one was a tricky one. Yeah, no problem. So what'd you say?
I think I said that like jet is not a type of an airplane or something.
Okay.
Jet is a part of an airplane. I don't know.
So that's not quite it. Ben, you help him out?
Boeing airplane is a brand of an airplane, not a actual type of it.
Okay. Anybody else?
Isn't biplane like a field of vision?
No, biplane would be like an old-timey plane, like, the Wright brothers flew up in a biplane, okay? So I'm going to put up on the board the textbook answer that I want you to write down, and there are a couple answers that I would accept here. So Boeing airplane and jet. So this would be the best answer. A jet airplane is an airplane that has jet engines, right? That has the big turbines fueled by jet fuel. And that's what Boeing airplanes. If you've ever been on a 747 or a 777, like you've ever been on an airplane, you've been on a jet airplane. So Boeing airplane and jet are not mutually exclusive. To me, you could also say that that Boeing airplane should be underneath jet. That Boeing airplane is a type of jet. So I would accept either. Those aren't mutually exclusive, or Boeing airplane is on the wrong level. Okay, to me, that should be under jet. Either one of those would be fine. Okay, but any questions about number 4? So this textbook was written by grown-ups, and so some of the illustrations they use are things that you as a 7th grader don't know, and that's fine. It's okay, but just do the best that you can on some of these. All right. So Jefferson, for number 5? What did you put for A?
I put spirit.
A spirit, okay. And what did you put for B?
I put demon.
Okay. What did you put for C?
Fallen angel.
Fallen angel, okay. So can anybody tell me where Jefferson went wrong? He did great on A and B. What's wrong with C, Curran?
It should be like Gabriel, or like it's an angel who has like a spirit.
Right, a type of angel, because demon and fallen angel are the same thing, right? So here's what the book put, and here's what I'd like for you to put. For A, they put heavenly being. For B, they put cherub, and for C, they put archangel. Remember, I'm going to call on you in just a second. Remember, we're not playing the Is This Right game. Yes.
I just had a question. Like for underneath types and or species, can you put proper nouns? So like, say for number 4, if you were to put Boeing, how do you say it again? Like Boeing airplane underneath jet, would that be correct?
Mm-hmm.
And so, say if you were to put like Gabriel underneath angel, would that be correct?
Yes, that would be fine with me. So, more importantly than did you get exactly those words, do you understand why that's the answer that they put down? Do you understand the concept that's being explained here? So you could have divided this. You could have put lots of different answers. That's what the book put. But there's lots of different ways you could have got this, as long as you understand why that's the answer. Yes.
I didn't get like, are demons fallen angels?
Yes, demons and fallen angels are the same thing. Yeah. Okay. So number 6, I'll just show you this, and you can just write this down. So for chair, the genus of chair would be furniture. Okay? And it's funny, Jefferson and I did this one together, and Jefferson chose rocking chair, which is exactly what the book put. So good job on that, Jefferson. So for furniture, we have chair, and then we've got bed. You could have put couch, you could have put ottoman, you could have put table, right? But they chose bed. So for furniture, they put bed. We're not playing the Is This Right game, are we? Okay, yes.
Actually, never mind.
Okay. And then underneath chair, you could have put rocking chair, lazy boy, recliner. I mean, any number of types of chairs. Okay. Excuse me?
Like, you know, there's swings almost. Like, I didn't put this, I put.
Like a front porch swing?
Almost. I mean,
I would say one of the things that defines a chair is that it has legs that are on the ground. So a swing, a front porch swing, would not be a chair. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions about numbers 5 and 6? Okay, so we understand what we're doing here, right? Okay. So the last one, it's not up here. So what's the big genus on this, Vandernoot?
Oh, the big genus is subject.
Subject. Okay. What is the left-hand species under subject, McKeever? Math, correct. What's the right-hand subject, Luke, under subject?
Science.
Science, okay. Underneath math would go what, Curran?
Both of them.
Both of them.
Algebra and, no, physics. Geometry.
Algebra and geometry. Underneath science would go what, Eden?
Physics, biology, and chemistry.
Yeah, so full disclosure, I had to Google yesterday because somebody asked, like, okay, well, is physics science or math?
Yeah.
And I had to Google because I was like, I think science, and it actually is, yes, it is a science. So that's how you would do that genus and species chart. So for your homework, but it's not really homework, you have the rest of class to work on, and you might finish it. I'm going to give you lesson 2 additional exercises. You're only going to do 1, 2, and 4. Do not do 3 and 5. You're only going to do 1, 2, and 4. Do not do 3 and 5. You're only going to do 1, 2, and 4. Do not do 3 and 5. Have I said enough where I get to justifiably roll my eyes at someone if they ask me what to do? Okay, good. I thought so. All right. So number one says explain how the words genus and species are related to the words general and specific. So something for you to think about. How are they related to general and specific? For number 2, I'm sorry I didn't copy this right. For number 2, it's the front of this page. The back is blank, and then this. So for number 2, it gives you, it says create genus and species charts for the following terms. Include a genus for the given term, another species under that genus, and 2 species for the given term. So for the first one, it says coin. We did this one together really yesterday. So what would be the genus of coin?
Money.
Yeah, we can say money. And then what would be the other species under the genus money next to coin, on the same level as coin?
Like paper bills.
Paper money. And then what would be 2 species of coin, Jefferson?
Oh, penny and dime.
Penny and dime, okay? Got it? That's what you're going to do for numbers. Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 9 of them. Okay, you're going to do all 9 of them. You're going to skip number 3 because you're going to do in 1, 2, and 4. And then for number 4, it says, in a genus and species chart, different species may be produced for a given term depending on the dividing principle being used. So for each of the given terms, produce 2 sets of species and explain what dividing principle you are using. So let's do this first one together. It gives you water. So it says water, and then it asks you to give 2 species. So what would be 2 species of water, Jesse? Okay, so let's say fresh and salt. And then it asks you to say, okay, so what is Jesse dividing water by?
The type of.
Let's just say salt content.
Salt in the water.
Yeah, salt content. Okay. But then it asks you to do another genus and species chart for water. So can someone, Vandernoot, give me 2 more?
Hydrogen and oxygen.
Well, that would be parts of the whole, right?
Yeah.
That's the parts of water. Luke?
Yeah.
Drinking water and lake water.
Okay, so drinking water and lake water. Okay, and so what would be your dividing principle there?
What you drink.
Okay, the actual word you're looking for there, Luke, would be potable water. So we would be dividing by potability. But can we come up with another one besides drinking and lake? Current.
Maybe like seltzer water and purified.
So maybe something like
Smart water.
tap and seltzer. And what is our dividing principle there?
Fizzy stuff.
Carbonation. Right, the amount of carbonation. Right, and you could probably think of more things to do with this, like you could say water, pool, park. I say water, lake, river, ocean, pool, right? And these are things that have water, so on and so forth. But these 2 will work, okay? So you're going to do that for computer and for to talk. Now, one note about this. The parts of speech have to match. So on the third one, it says to talk. So that means all 4 of your species have to be verbs. To blank and to blank. Okay? So you're going to put it in the infinitive. So to something. So 2 species under talk. Both of them have to be verbs. Both of them have to begin with the word to. So to blank and to blank. We understand? Okay. So here's what I'm going to tell you. You've all told me that you understand. I'm not going to tell you if you got these right or not. And if you come up and ask me a question, I'm going to say to you with love, figure it out. Look at your notes, look at your book, look at previous homeworks, look at your catechism, and figure it out. Okay? This is due tomorrow when you come to class. If you have the rest, you have 20 minutes to do this. You might be able to finish. If not, it's homework. But if you can finish, you know where it goes.